Hi!
Welcome back to Books, Tea and Biscuits. This month's video is going to be in a different vein from our others, so it's still going to be book related, but we won't be doing any book reviews. What we've got here, if you could see, is a table full of books. I think there's about 32 in total, and we're just going to go through now why we've got the books. So what happened on Valentine's Day, because we've got an Instagram account, I entered a raffle. And there was only like 14 or 15 participants, so as part of that raffle, ours was the one that got called out, so we won the raffle. And because it was a Valentine's Day raffle on the 14th of February, we won 14 books. So the other 14 people that were part of the raffle had to all buy, I say me because they all come to my address, had to buy me books. And I've got them all here, and what happened was some of them I got duplicate copies of, and some of them are books I've actually already read. So I said, Jo, you have these. She's still going to get these other ones as well, but I'm going to read them first, and then I'm going to pass them all on to Jo. So yeah, this is what this video is going to be about, us showing you our hauls for the last month, because Jo went on the shopping spree, she's got some as well. So in total, I won 14 books, and I brought 2 myself, and then 2 was brought for me outside of the raffle. So in total, I think, was it 19 books?
You ended up 19,
19 books.
Yeah.
Now I've got 14 on the table because I've got 13 on the table because I gave 5 to Jo, and then somebody's borrowing my copy of a Harlan Coben one, which we'll get to that in a sec. So I'm just going to go from top to bottom and just show you the books that we received. Okay, so the first one is The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue by V.E. Schwab. That is a Sunday Times bestseller, so that's number 1.
We are both going to be reading.
Yeah, we're both going to be reading them. I think I'm going first because Jo's got a pile there.
I don't know when we're going to read them.
I'm going to hopefully start this month. Jo's already started one of them, and I'm going to start the one that Jo started tonight. So we're reading the same books together. Mm-hmm. The ones that we don't have the same of, we'll be doing separate, and then we'll be passing along. Yeah. The second one is A Darker Shade of Magic by V.E. Schwab. I haven't reiterated, these were all books off our wish list. So what happened is, when you do the raffle, they have to buy a book either £8 or £7 or under from your Amazon wish list, and that's what happened. That's why I ended up with a couple that were duplicate copies. Okay, the next one is Twisted Love by Anna Huang.
You know what's spooky about that?
What?
When I was going through my wish list, and I was looking at that, and then I thought, oh, that sounds quite good. Then I remember seeing your picture, and I thought, oh, she's got it.
Well, there's another 3 books in the series as well. So
I didn't put it on my wish list.
He has a heart of ice, but for her he'd burn the world. Well, next was part of the raffle is The Way I Used to Be by Amber Smith. And this again was a New York Times bestseller. Next part of the raffle was Lessons in Chemistry by Bonnie Garmus. This is really popular. I've heard and read so many people. See, I've got the little ticket in there to say it was brought for us. Lessons in Chemistry. So many people have read this, and it's a penguin, so I can't wait to read that. The next one is The Lost Bookshop by Evie Woods. Can't wait to read that one. I love it when they have gold foiling. They're all paperbacks, by the way, apart from one that I brought myself, which was £2 for a hardback book. The Lost Bookshop by Evie Woods. I'm not going to turn down a bargain, Jo.
No, why should you?
The next one, now this is really popular. I don't think it's my type of book, but I'm going to give it a go because I got it for free, basically. It Ends With Us by Colleen Hoover. So if you're a Coho fan, this one will be for you. So I'm going to read this soon. The next one is, just thinking of the name, Magnolia Parks by Jessa Hollings, I think. Jessa Hastings. I can't wait to read this one. This is a different size than the original. So I'm going to show you an original size paperback. And this is what Magnolia Parks looks like, a bigger size one, almost like a hardback size. So on that note, the next book is A Good Girl's Guide to Murder by Holly Jackson. Holly Jackson is a writer of 5 Survive, which is like the thriller books that she writes, and apparently this is meant to be really good. And I know there's a TV show coming soon, so I want to read this before the TV show comes out. Now the next book is, I've never read this before, it's a classic, always wanted to read it.
Sylvia Plath.
Yeah, The Bell Jar by Sylvia Plath. It's quite a thin book, as you can see, but yeah, this will be a quick read, I think. I was supposed to be having the time of my life. Clearly I don't think
Well,
they
we
do.
know that not long after this, she ended it.
The next one, which I've wanted to read for ages, and I'm a Taylor Jenkins Reid fan anyway, the next one is Daisy Jones and the Six, again by Taylor Jenkins Reid. Can't wait to read this. The only thing I don't like about this is I think this is the... No, it's not. It's not the film cover or the TV show cover, but it's very similar. But I'm glad it's not, because I don't like the
Television.
media, the media covers of books. So the next one I'm going to be mentioning, and this is one that we got 2 copies of, so do you want to hold yours up? This is, and this I'll be starting tonight, Joe's already started it. This is The Very Secret Society of Irregular Witches. Do you love it so far?
I do like it. I'm in the middle of chapter 16.
I'll be starting it tonight. And I didn't say the author. The author is Sandu Mandana. Yeah, so we've got 2 copies of that. The next one, which we've got 2 copies of, is Powerless by Lauren Roberts. Neither of us have read this yet, but it's quite a chunky book. But when we get into it, we're going to be discussing it quite cohesively, aren't we, Jo?
We are, yes.
Quite detailed, but yes.
I do like the cover.
It's a nice book, purple and black anyway.
Yeah, but it's not just that, it's sort of waxy.
The next book, which one is it?
No, these are mine. This one?
No, the Harlan Coben one.
Oh, sorry. There it is.
The next one, now I do have, this is another one where we got 2 copies of, but I've let my copy out because I've got all these to read, and it's not one I'm going to be reading yet, because as much as I love Harlan Coben, I want to take a break for a little while from the crime and thriller and psychological book. But that is I Will Find You by can't get his name out. I Will Find You by Harlan Coben. Now again, so we've got 2 copies of this. This is Joe's copy, my copy's being lent out at the moment. So that's that one. That's yours, Jo. The next one, Jo, do you want to show up then? Yeah. I gave these to Jo because I've already got these, and I read these about 6 or 7 years ago on my e-reader. The first one, which is Cinder.
Which is obviously got to be an adult telling of Cinderella,
yeah.
I'm guessing.
Yeah, it's a retelling of Cinderella, and it's by Marissa Meyer.
Yeah.
And then the next one is Scarlet.
Which has got to be Red Riding Hood, hasn't it?
Yeah, which is a retelling of Red Riding Hood, again by Marissa Meyer. And the series is called The Lunar Chronicles. I've read that, can't wait for Jo to read them, because I want to discuss our thoughts on it. So even though I read it 7 years ago, it's still in my mind as to what it is. And if, when Jo starts reading them, I'll probably read them on my Kindle as well. Not my Kindle, my Kobo. Okay, so the next book, I brought this one. Again, it was a really cheap hardback, and I believe it's self-published. That's why it wasn't really expensive. It's quite a thin hardback, and it's called Fall Hard by Jade Church. This is Sun City #2. I haven't got #1 yet. Now, this isn't a book for everybody. She's classed as a taboo author because it's quite a smutty book. But I liked one of hers that I read previously. I don't know if Jo will read this. There's no blurb on the back, so I can't read it out to you. And I haven't read
nothing on the inside.
Yes, but I haven't read it yet. I don't want to read it until I've got #1.
Oh right.
But yeah, this was £2.70, so I thought I'm going to get that while it's at a discount, and then when #1 gets cheaper, I'll start reading it from #1. Okay, so that's that one. And then these 2 books, I brought these for Jo because. So later on in the year, we will be doing a review of the full series of Bone Season. Jo's already got the original book, the Bone Season hardcover. I had the hardcover one. I don't know where it's gone, but I've now ordered the 10th anniversary edition, like the new revised edition that she wrote. So we will be reading it. They are slightly different in regards to some of the chapters. Like the story's a little bit different. It's how she actually intended it. But she wrote the book, I believe, when she was 19, and now she's 29, so it's now, she's fully happy with the book. So I've got that one. Now, I was in a charity shop and I saw this for £1, I think it was, so I just got it for Jo. This is the second book in the series. It's called The Mind Warder. It is unfortunately only the paperback, so it does go out of the hardcover.
Doesn't bother me, though.
Yeah, it doesn't bother Jo, but the first book, The one I've ordered, the new edition, is the paperback anyway, because the hardcover, the new one was £20 and this one was $7.99. So I have got the hardcover. I have got the paperback. Joe's got the hardcover, but it's the original hardcover, the blue and the red. Mine's got little blabbers and things on it. This is Joe. I bought this for Joe because I'm actually going to get the new edition, because she did answer a question on it. Samantha Shannon did answer a question on Instagram. If you read the new ones, it will be weird. If you get the new series of the Bone season and then you find an old edition, it's best to read them all in the new edition, because the story won't make sense. So I'm going to get the new edition of the Mime Order when it's released in paperback. It's in hardcover at the moment. I think all 4 of them are coming out consecutively within the next couple of months. But when I see these in the charity shop, I'll just get them for Joe anyway. So that's the Mime Order. And then the next one, because this is going to be another challenge we'll be doing in the next couple of months. So what we want to do is we want to go into like the cheap shops, so the pound shops, pound stretchers, I don't know, the Works. What else is cheap? Was a shop, 99p shop, is that still around?
No, I think it's pound stretchers, but some pound stretchers are closing and they're just going to
so
going to be even cheaper. So
we're going to go to like pound shops and things like that and try and find books and read the books. Charity shops, and find like books and read them, even if we've never heard of them before. So I was in my local pound shop and I brought this for Jo, and what's going to happen, this is one she's going to read first, because we're giving her the book, and then when she's ready, if she says it's good, I'll read it. And this is Eyes Like Mine by Sheena Kamal. And apparently this is similar to The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, in that kind of vein. So yeah, so they're all the books that I am hauling this month. So Jo, if you want to go through what you've got now, most of these, apart from I think three or four, Jo brought herself. All the others I've given her as part of the raffle, or I was getting rid of some books, and I always ask her if she wants to look through the bag first, and she did, and you took about 3 or 4 as well.
Yes, I did. Right, these are ones I got from the Works, and it was the 3 for £6 deal, so they're basically £2 each. One was on my wish list, which is The Housemaid by Frida McFadden. She's done a few with the similar cover, so I'm looking for. I've never read any of hers, but it would just grasp me, the eye thing. I have read a book by Alex Michaelides, but I can't remember what one it was, and it was ages ago. But I'm looking forward to having a go at these. They can go on there. These are ones that I was given by Kim. She asked me to have a rummage, and I did. And this one's by Sharon Bolton, Daisy in Chains.
Another serial killer book.
Yeah, you know me and serial killers, I just can't help it. But also, she kindly gave me 2 Harry Potter books. I've never read Harry Potter, I've watched all the films, and she's got so many Harry Potter books, she could start a bookshop just called Harry Potter Books.
Yeah.
And she gave me these, so you got the Deathly Hallows and the Half-Blood Prince.
They are like they're called the adult versions. Not that there's anything different, but they're just a different cover. Yeah. I haven't got the adult version in the first 5 books, but when I get them, I'll give them on to Jo. And I only got them because I've got the series of the books 3 or 4 times, and my mum works in a charity shop, and they came in and she got them anyway without asking if I wanted them. And I've never had the adult versions before. I don't think I'd read them because I've got 4 other editions. So when she gives them me, I'll just give them to Jo. And I think she said there's some more came in, the first 5. So she only gets them for like a few quid. So yeah, that's
the other one that she gave me was The Time Traveller's Wife by Audrey Niffeniger, and Tiger Lily by Jodie Lynn Anderson. So I've never seen those before, so I'm looking forward to having a perusal at those.
The Time Traveller's Wife, there's just a book, a movie on that as well.
I know. The other one that I chose, she said, is these books, and the first book I saw was this, Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Now, I've already read this several times over. I love this book, and years ago, it used to be on Radio 4, and they did it on Radio 4 as a play. initially, and it was brilliant, and somebody I knew recorded them all on cassettes, so we used to sit and listen to them on cassette. And then we bought the book, and I read the book, and then the television series came out with nearly all the people from the radio show except for one. Sandra Dickinson was in the TV series and she played Trillian when it was a different person on the radio. But you still got Mark Queen Davies, Zaphod Beeblebrox with the 2 heads and the 3 arms. And you've got Arthur Dent, played by Peter Jones's son. And you've got Marvin the Paranoid Android, played by Stephen Moore. So it was, I just loved it. So when I saw that she got this book, I just got it. Yeah, I had to have it. So I will be reading that, and I will do a review on it, because I just love this book.
Even though it's a mass market paperback and there's a lot of words on each page, it's really small font.
I can read them, I think. The other thing I want to talk about is while we were in the works, because I like doing puzzles and that, and we came across the puzzle murders. Now this is like, there's been lots of different murders and there's all these clues and you've got to work out, and you have... Solve
the cases, don't you?
Yeah, you have to solve the cases to get who the murderer is, because it's one person who's killing all these people. And you've got the crime scenes, the victim, you're even introduced to the team who you're with, and each one of them deals with a particular puzzle. Now, these are really good, and I've done some. I haven't done all of them, but I think it was after the 4th one I sort of got an idea of who it is, but I don't know yet.
Okay.
So I've got to carry on.
I don't have that one, but I have the next one.
Yeah. So there was 2, 3 actually. I got one which it turns out that it's a quiz book. It's not a puzzle book. It's one you give the questions at quizzes, quiz night. And I thought, oh, monkey nuts. It's not a puzzle book, but I've still got it. And I bought that one, and Kim bought that one. So I've got a copy now. And this is the ultimate true crime puzzle book. There's some really fantastic puzzles in here. You've got you've got to find them in there. Your word searches. You've got where they're, anagrams, and you've got to work out who the anagram is. These are really, really good. I love these.
Have you done any yet?
I've done some on paper. I won't do it in the book because it's a bit tiny. And I don't like tiny.
No,
so it looked terrible. So
I know.
I don't write tiny. So I do it on a writing pad. So I've got it. But I like these as well. So you've got all these where you can put the murderers' names and that. But they're not always clear cut. So you'll have a clue. So, or you've got to work out the names of the films relating to these murderers. So they're really good books, I think, and they're another way that you can enjoy a book and enjoy murders, because these are all real serial killers in here.
Yeah, it's true.
And you find out about the nicknames if you didn't know them.
Like the monikers, like John Wayne Gacy was the clown, the killer clown.
The killer clown,
and obviously Gary Ridgway was a Green River Killer, wasn't he?
Yeah. So you've got like the nicknames that they were given by the media. You're given a map and you've got to decide which country and stuff like that. So it helps with the geography as well. So I think these are really good buy. I do. They're good for a puzzle. Obviously they're not for kids, but they're also, if you're that way inclined, especially this one, because you've got to work out who the actual murderer is by doing the puzzles.
That would be good.
Yeah. The first puzzle you had to work out. Puzzle number 1. I haven't got my glasses on. You had to work out what the missing words were, what the letters were, and it's the letters that were missing make up "I don't like mushrooms." Is the answer to the first clue.
I don't
like mushrooms. And some of them, like the crosswords and that, you come across the highlighted one, so you've got PA, and so you're thinking, right, what does that stand for? What's that stand for? And the next one, the word that's written is yatten. And you're trying to work out an anagram, and it's not an anagram, it's part of a word. And it's pay attention, because there's another puzzle that's got shun on it, so it's pay attention. So the answers are all in fiddly bits. They're really good though, so I liked these as well.
That's really good. Well, so I'm going to start reading The Very Secret Society of a Regular, which is tonight. Jo's part way through it already, so she'll obviously finish up before I will, because I've got a long day tomorrow. But I'll at least get 1 or 2 chapters read tonight. And then from this pile of about 19 books I've got here, I'll be moving on that way. But I don't know if I'll be reviewing any of them as part of our book reviews, or whether we just read them for pleasure. But yeah, this will be uploaded when I get a chance to upload it. But yeah, we've got lots to read.
So obviously we're not going to be doing book reviews for this month of March, because there are good reasons, and I'm not going into them. April, it will be halfway through April, I believe, when we'll be back. Again, it's all to do with March, and it can't be helped. It's important and it's a necessity. So we'll be back about halfway through April, when we'll have read a lot of books.
Or listen to a lot of books in my case.
And I will get to read, I'll probably have finished reading them all. But the one I know I'm going to be reviewing in April will be the Very Secret Society of Irregular Witches.
We can discuss that in detail when I've started.
We can.
As well.
And I think Powerless. And I think Harlan Coben. I will find you, because I do like him. I
hope that one's made into a TV show as well.
Well, I don't watch the TV shows, I just like the books, and I like to visualise who I think. So I'm going to be reading those 3 for April. Because we're going to have like a miscellaneous theme, aren't we, for April?
Anything you want.
Anything we want. If there's any books that you want us to have a read of, please feel free and just suggest them. We'll get them if we can.
Or if we see them in a charity shop.
We'll do our best to get them. Any questions you want to ask us, within reason, we'll answer them as truthfully as we can. As I said, within reason. No personal questions, because we won't answer those.
Okay, well, thank you for watching, guys. Again, if you've got any recommendations for us, leave them down below, or on Facebook or on Instagram. We'll get back to you as soon as we can. Thank you for watching.
Have a great month. And we'll see you in April.
Bye.